Hello, hello, hello. To probably zero people, but if you're watching this on YouTube, hello. This is the third installment of Stalingrad Sunday, and I realize I am this week competing against literally the NFL, so I don't expect many viewers, but if I can get one person to watch for 5 minutes, that makes me happy. Anyway, the point of this this stream in general is that I play games and talk about both the campaign of Stalingrad, Fall Blau, and the actual Battle of Stalingrad itself. And now that it's officially fall, being after Labor Day, at least in America, that's kind of where the cutoff for fall is. We're gonna mention that fall means the beginning of the end of the campaign and the start of the true Battle of Stalingrad. And it's in early September when the Germans finally reach the suburbs of Stalingrad and begin having their first battles trying to push into it. And meanwhile, the Soviets are launching their one of their larger counteroffensives other than Uranus, obviously. And I'm just going to read a quick little part about that before people start dropping in and I bore them to tears. But this is from David Glantz's Stalingrad, and this is the 1-volume version. Obviously, there is a 3-volume version, but the same exact paragraphs are in there, so it'll be in either version. And this is about Zhukov's Kotlebane offensive, which took place between the 3rd and 12th of September. So this being the 7th, we would have been historically right in the middle of the battle. The struggle for Stalingrad took two forms during the first half of September. 1st, 6th, and 4th Panzer Armies assaulted the 62nd and 64th Armies in the suburbs of the city on 3rd September, seeking to penetrate the center. On the following day, the Stalingrad front launched yet another offensive at Kotlebane, attempting to pierce the narrow corridor connecting the Don River with the forward elements of the 6th Army, in order to re-establish the land connection between them and the 62nd Army. On the 26th of August, Stalin had given Zhukov the unprecedented position of Deputy Supreme Commander and dispatched him to supervise the defense of Stalingrad. He also ordered the creation of two new armies under the control of the Stalingrad front, the 24th and 66th, and they were to attack the 6th Army's northern flank. The dictator then directed the relocation of Moselensko's 1st Guards Army headquarters from Kletiskaya Bridgehead. I've never know how to pronounce that particular one, but Kletiskaya Bridgehead northeastwards to Sadki, where it would participate in the renewed effort against the Germans at Kotlebane. Moselenko had only 3 days' notice to make the shift, which involved moving 4 divisions into the attack after marches of up to 50 kilometers a day. More significantly, although his army had 309 tanks, its motorized rifle brigades were short of infantrymen, and its artillery was under strength and equipped with ineffective weapons such as 45mm anti-tank guns. You know, the old crap. 1936 vintage. So anyway, that was the grand plan in September. And you can see why it did not work. It was like many other early offensives by the Soviets. It didn't have enough time to plan it out. And the constant pressure to go on the offensive quickly without a lot of preparation time really is the cause of many of the early disasters. It's definitely the reason why they lost the Second Battle of Kharkov. Definitely the reason they lost the counteroffensive at Milarovo. And of course, and Stalingrad itself, they really were constantly counterattacking. Now, it's not to say it didn't have its effects, because every tank that was getting killed on the German side were really, really getting hurt. But it's not like the Soviets had really thought things out on a lot of these counterattacks. If I were given 2 days notice to organize an entire 4 divisions to move 50 kilometers, I don't know if I could do it with the technology of 1942 in the Soviet Union. So I think people often don't give the Soviets enough credit for the incredible feats that they were able to pull off in just getting to the battles that they had to fight, let alone surviving them. So, I mean, you see these crazy advances, and then you'll read about a crazy counterattack, and it's hard to reconcile in modern times why you would ever order a counterattack. But I think in the end, the results do speak for themselves, because the counterattacks helped slow the advance just a little bit, just enough that, you know, they could move in reinforcing divisions behind it. But it sucks for the guys up front. Oh, hey, Achilles. How's it going? I've been relatively inactive in the wargaming front in August, as this only being the 3rd episode of this show will attest to. And as I mentioned before, I'm competing against the NFL tonight, so it's going to be a tough one. But the last few times I was playing a new game for me, anyways, WEGO Stalingrad, which is kind of interesting because it has kind of a not quite Kriegspiel feel, but it has a little bit of that double blind feel. You don't know quite exactly what your results are going to be necessarily, and the enemy's actions are hidden from you. So it's not like they make all their moves and then you make all your moves. They are evaluated simultaneously. But I mean, I'm still in the early part of the battle, so there's not that much that the Soviets can do. I kind of just run over them. I was playing the Germans to start, just to learn the game, and then I was going to switch to the Soviets for the fun part. But I have also been keeping tabs on Inflection Point, BCS Inflection Point, and I wanted to try loading that one up. And then today I got a notification that the second Battle of Kharkov game from Compass finally went on to Vassal. So I'm really itching to play that. That one's a lot of fun. And the previous game I have from him, Greg Blanchett, is kind of like it's like a really dumbed down version of OCS in some ways. Yeah, that's true. Nobody important is playing. And I'm a Packers fan, so I already got my win. Thank God. Luckily, Detroit's looking bad this year. Well, bad in game 1, I guess. All right. The other thing I wanted to show is these 2 channels that I've been watching a lot of, which I find very fascinating. This one here, I've subscribed to it for a while, and he's very prolific. He just pumps out videos. I don't actually know the guy's name, but like the number of different topics he hits on is crazy. He goes into really interesting detail on some pretty obscure planes. And I just love the channel. I honestly, I watch most of them on my wife's account, I think, so I don't have to watch commercials. But some of the really cool ones are, well, this new one here is really kind of what caught my eye for tonight. But air power on Cyprus from 1914 to 1991. That's a pretty crazy broad topic to do in 40 minutes. But based on some of his other videos, he actually does get into pretty good detail considering the scope of some of the topics he does. I watched one of his Vietnam ones, and I think it was on, it might have been on the Phantom. I don't remember. But he had a really good video on that. And then this one here, the Battle of France, from the French perspective, is also really interesting. And there's a couple of games coming out on France 1940 in the next couple of years that are kind of going to delve into some alt history on their air power in particular. I saw one that was, I forget what he called it, but it was like you could kind of direct the research tree of the French, so that they could get different composition, basically. Like you could have fewer tanks and more planes, or you could have more infantry and fewer tanks, or, you could make your own choices, which I think is always kind of an interesting thing to do in a strategic level game. So that's kind of cool. The other channel is Armored Italia, and this guy's really cool too. He's got, his name's Anthony, and he's got some really incredible pictures he finds. If you just mouse over these, like some of the images he's been able to dig out of the archives, and I assume other history documentaries and stuff, are just so cool. And I love Italian tanks. I think they are simultaneously goofy and just so 1930s. Like I love the look of them. I love seeing the guys hanging out of them, and the tanks just look like ridiculous. It's they get a bad rep, but there's a reason for it. Some of them are particularly bad, especially in use in the sand in North Africa. But he's got a really great channel. I've been watching a few of his videos. He does shorts too, quite a few of them, and those are actually pretty good. But I think he's definitely one to watch. He's relatively new. I think he started making videos maybe a couple months ago. Yeah, like 4 or 5 months ago. And he's been cranking them out. Like he's got a ton. So it's really cool. I'm hoping he gets to go to like a museum, I don't know where Italian tanks still exist, other than maybe Italy, maybe Africa. But there's probably relatively few like legitimate examples, like restored and everything, I would imagine. All right. Well, that was kind of the gist of those ones. They're both really cool channels, though. I'm looking forward to watching more of them. All right. So I think I wanted to start with a little bit of the Stalingrad game. WEGO. I haven't even actually set up a scene for it in OBS. I think the best thing about Stalingrad games in general is that you get to play both the offensive for both sides in a relatively short period of time. And that's kind of the same thing that makes North Africa, like 1940 games, really great, is because you get to play the Italians and you get to play the British both in such a short period of time. Like both sides get offensives. I think that's a really good feature of a World War II game. I think a lot of people, if they're playing a Barbarossa game or something like that, where you just got to get schwacked for, 12 hours in a row, I think it does get a little tiring. If you sign up for a whole weekend playing the Soviets, you kind of know what you're in for. But what I saw in the last convention I went to was that the Soviet players were kind of getting discouraged in some battles. Oh yeah, that's true. Chieftain probably has done some Italian doctrine videos. I think I watched that one. He would probably know where to find working ones. That dude seems to have all the contacts in the armored history area. If only so that he could run a World of Tanks ad or some shit. Hmm. It's the first time I'm actually loading a game in this game, and it's a little bit wonky. You have to, yeah, remind it that the AI was playing, which is interesting. All right, I think it's working now. Huh. Yeah, it does help to have a little bird. All right. I gotta remind myself how to play this game. I was trying to learn it last time, and I think the feedback I got was that I was doing bad. Basically, I was just ignoring what the hell is going on here. This app looks very screwed up. I don't remember it looking like this. Maybe I had some setting on info. I don't know. Also, I was told that this color was related to some sort of button I had pressed. I don't remember what it was though. Supply levels, maybe? Yeah, it was supply. Okay, so it shows you where your supply is. I don't really need that. I don't know how to do anything with supply yet, so it's kind of meaningless to me. What does this do? What is this? Oh, Zox. Okay, that might be useful sometimes. What's the hotkey for that? There's no hotkey. Amazing. Oh, okay, so that's how you get back to that menu. This is all the stuff I didn't do last time, like trying to figure out what buttons to press. What's that? Lock. Lines of communication. Okay. Okay, so it means that this guy's too far away from his HQ. That's good to know. Just trying to get my tablet charged up before I started here. It did not work though. Not charging. Huh. I wonder why. Oh well. I wonder if I can get this game into windowed mode. So it doesn't look like it. I will say there's not a lot of settings to this game. Windowed? Anything? Nope. Oh well. Let's see. All right, let's see if I can remember what I was doing. I think I'm going to have to Alt-Tab to read comments. Oh well. Press F when you're over hex to select all units. That would have been good to know last time, because I think I was like double clicking it, and that was just switching the stack around. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. So basically what this game does is, I didn't mean to move that guy. That's the hardest thing to get used to, moving with left click. Did I not save? I feel like I went way further. I might not have saved. I don't think I saved. Hold on. Now, how do I find my save games? No, that isn't it. Computer component, resume AI. Oh, okay, hold on. I called it a different name. I called it my own name. That would have been helpful. There we go. There's the bad guys. Okay, so if I remember right, last time, the assessment that I had made, I was kind of going north to south. The assessment I had made was, I'm okay if I can just block them from crossing. That's all I really need to do. So I was just going to commit like a couple pioneers and maybe some recon units up there just to hold the line. And I didn't really have a good idea of what to do with them other than that. So I'm just going to leave some of these guys up here, basically. The problem with that is they might get out of supply, and I don't know exactly what happens when you get out of supply, but it's probably not that good. Guess I'll move these up. Actually, the security unit would be useful for that task of just holding the line. I wonder how far you can zoom in. Wow, you can zoom in really far. I don't know why you'd ever want to play like that, but... Alright, so basically what I was trying to do in the south here was to try and bypass some of these infantry units and basically get to these bridgeheads as quick as I could, because I really don't want to have to fight over any rivers. And I was kind of surprised to find as many guards rifles down here as I did, so that's gonna require more guys to come up and handle that. That's... I was trying to see if I could tell what the road... Oh, okay, the black roads, I think they cost a quarter move point, and the white roads maybe cost a half a movement point. I think that's how it works. I forget, am I supposed to be giving these guys like stances and stuff? I don't know. Oops. Hold on. Can we undo? Is there an undo button? Let's see. What does this do? I don't remember any of this. Show unit details. Show hotkeys. Oh, hotkeys. Yeah, that'd be useful. Oh, that's cool. You can put a little silhouette on the guys if you want. Oh, undo is U. Okay, hold on. Let's try that then. U. Yes. Excellent. Because I really wanted these guys to go forward. Except nobody else is motorized apparently. Potentially. So maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, maybe we should just go up with the infantry. It's probably a bad idea to send a completely unguarded anti-tank battalion. Is this guy... I don't know why there's yellow around him. I don't know what that signifies. Shock. Okay. Well, I'm not quite sure what that signifies, but I'm sure it's not that important. Alright, I don't know if I can advance him any further. We have to be able to advance and fight some of these guys, I think. I'm a little scared of that tank. Well, it says mechanized, but I'm not convinced. I don't know, where would he be in supply up here? Or is he just out of supply because of the Zocs? Because if it's just Zocs, then there's nothing much I can do about that. Oh, that's useful. You can like gray out the guys you've already moved. Alright, let's move our artillery up. I would really not want to fight these guys if I don't have to. But I also don't necessarily want to move around them. I gotta remember, hold at all costs. What is this? Withdraw. Hold. I mean, we really should clean this guy up. I would love to have infantry to do it, but I do not. I could wait for the other... could wait for these guys coming up from the bottom down here, but they're another 2 turns away probably. Or I could just hope that he's going to fall back. That's also a good potential option. Alright, this guy's probably going to need support. Just try to make a front line behind him. And then maybe we'll pop this guy with artillery mission. Yeah, a bombardment. And let's see what we want to do with our air. Maybe we'll ground attack that as well. We definitely need to ground attack this. So we'll try both of those. Who else do we need to air attack? Probably this stack here. Maybe these guys in the woods. I forget if air is probably going to be better if it's open, I would think. I really don't want to air attack this tank unit because he's probably not going to stick around, but maybe I could trap these guys. But I'm a little worried about their anti-air unit right next to it. I don't know if he can shoot at us. Well, we'll find out. And then for counter air, let's see, what do I really not want blown up? I really don't want this guy blown up. And I really don't want these guys blown up. So we'll put a little counter air on them. All right. I don't know if we want to do any recon missions at this point. I would like to know what's in it over here. And maybe we can get the recon bonus from reconning that. I'm very focused on this push here because if we can open the door here, then we're going to have a lot more territory to be able to do stuff in. I want to get that crossroads too to open my supply lines back up. So let's just go on the attack. All right, those guys moved. We need this infantry to come up. Just like straight up, basically. As fast as their little legs can carry them. It's interesting how, like, I have some brigades and then not every division has brigades under it, looks like. I guess most of them do. I take that back. I don't know if having the hotkeys on is actually hurting me here, because I'm not seeing the names of the units when I click on them except for in here. So I'm never going to learn them. I like to know the names of the guys. Under an iron sky. Ooh. I forgot you got that. You got that a few weeks ago, didn't you, Achilles? That sounds fantastic. Have you ever played any of the like Frank Chadwick, like newer ones? Because I'd been meaning to try like his Third World War game. Man, hard to select these guys. Move that guy forward. It's a little finicky to like move everyone. I think the issue is it's telling me the movement point range of the top of the stack instead of the whole stack, which is fine, I guess. Is that in range? Wow, cool. Do I have to right click it? I don't know what this does, but let's hit him with a lot of artillery. Whatever, we'll just dump out all the artillery on him. Okay. I think it's probably overestimating their oh, because it's the odd shifts are after that. So wait, if I take off some of this artillery. Okay, we want the low intensity modifier for sure. How do I close this now? I think big arrow is like main attack, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to interpret these things. I also don't know how to close this window. I'm stuck. Is there an X button somewhere? No? I guess I'm just trapped. Oh, assault. What's this? Attack, no advance. And assault. I want assault. I figured big arrow meant attack. Okay. Okay, that closes that panel, but whatever. I guess I'll just move the rest of my turn without being able to see anything else. Okay, I don't want to move this guy because he's commit. Oh no, he's not committed. Okay, good. Where's his subordinates at? Oh, he's got a guy way down there. It's probably not that good. Move the HQ there. I really don't want to commit the reconnaissance battalion to clear out a bunch of infantry out of forest. That sounds like a terrible idea. I guess the engineers can attack him. He's only a 2, so he should be fine. All right. It's 3.7 to 1 intensity extreme. So we want to lower that intensity a bit. And to do that, I believe we have to pop them with some artillery. That gets it down to intensity high. Did I just mess myself up here? I might have just messed myself up. Yeah, I did. You can't move and shoot. Well, that's very unfortunate. Maybe we'll get that guy up in the front lines. Where's this guy's subordinates? They're all spread out too. wonder if you can reassign units to be less terribly placed. Okay, so this regimental HQ probably should just go to the crossroads. Lift him up. There we go. All right, then we got to move up this whole division here, or I guess it's a regiment. It also has a corps headquarters with it, which is interesting. I'm pretty much just going to throw them up as fast as I can, though. I desperately need more artillery on the front. I don't feel like wasting any artillery over there, so start moving him back down. Ooh, I really need this infantry unit further south. Hello? Can you go? I keep hitting escape to like cancel things. Maybe I should just put him here. Yeah, that'll work. And then we could put the engineer there. Yeah, there we go. Now we can actually get this division into combat before the end of days. I think everyone else has moved that it was supposed to move. Oops. Keep hitting escape. I don't know how to deselect a unit. That's the problem. I don't think the Zoc extends over the river. It says it's 4-1 with 5-1, but extreme intensity. So if we throw in a little artillery, maybe that'll help things out. All right. I have unused air assets that I didn't want to use, so I think we're good. Hold on. Now I'm getting cold feet because I forgot about these guys. Yeah, some of the menus are really not responsive in clearing. Let's get up here. Let's get him over here. Alright, I think that'll work. Let's see. That's the cool thing about this game. You don't really know until you commit. Alright, now we get to see some actual action. Please wait. Creating film. Gotta wait for our propaganda department to spin up some whatever size film the Germans used. Okay. I forget if it plays all at once or if it... Okay, we're bombing this guy. We're bombing this guy. It's giving you a fog of war bonus. Fog of war modifier -2. So I wonder if I were, because I'm getting the same modifier no matter what. I wonder if I recon them first for a turn, they don't move, and then I shoot them, if that modifier decreases. I don't know. All right, we're launching some attacks. This guy's getting bombarded. It's unfortunate. Yeah, they do have some guys already at the bridges. Very unfortunate. Okay, cool. All right, so it mostly looks like we were pretty successful in doing what we wanted to do. We pretty much took this road, which reconnected our reconnaissance battalion. Or did it? Where are they? They're there. I feel like this Panzer unit made it a little further than I meant to. I wonder if that's a feature or a bug. Are you supposed to be able to go where you weren't ordered? Because that would be cool. I would like that. Like if the Panzer guys would just like zoom ahead. You ordered a nice conservative advance, so you can keep a nice front line, and these colonels or whatever are just zooming, doing whatever the hell they want. That would be a fun game. Oh, hi, Mike. Gotta catch up, read what Achilles responded. I'm working with no second screen tonight, so I can't. Have to catch back up. Every engagement reads like a Tom Clancy novel. That sounds excellent. I still haven't gotten into Air and Armor Würzburg yet, and I kind of feel like it's going to be the same way. Like the tree of different things you have to follow for every single fight is crazy long. Third World War is definitely, to me, it's one of those games that hits a subject I'm not that interested in, because like I'm not a huge modern guy, but I like the scale. Like I think it's a cool scale, so I've been tempted to play it. I know a few of my like people I play with nearby do have it, so NATO is also really cool. I haven't played it. All I have from Bruce is the Air and Armor one, but Air and Armor is definitely heavier than NATO. Mike, do you play war games? What have you been playing lately? Achilles and I know each other. That's why I'm responding to his stuff first. And we're playing WEGO Stalingrad tonight. I've been trying desperately to get the... Oh, okay. I think I got it working now, potentially. Oh, Wobo. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of Milsim. What Milsim games do you play? I tried what was it called? Uh, like it's like a Marsoc Arma 3 um, Arma 3 game, or like Marine Special Forces basically. It was kind of fun, but they were very serious, like way more serious than I was. So, and they wanted like serious time commitments. All right, I think I got it working now, so that I can actually play and watch the game at the same time. Squad. I've not ever played Squad. That's definitely one that I've thought about trying, but the problem with shooters is it's so time consuming getting even vaguely competent on them, and then you just kind of like if that's all you play, you get good, but it's tiring. Oh, does Marshall know how to play NATO? That's kind of cool. I don't. I need to tell you results. I didn't know. Is it? Oh, it's your copy. I was like, Marshall buying NATO. It doesn't sound like something Marshall would do. That'd be fun though. The next convention I'm doing, or next live gaming in general I'm doing, is until November. So it's been very slow since Pennsylvania. I haven't really played a lot of in-person stuff. All right, this is turn 4 out of 14. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to clear the entire board. I am really not doing good. This is not going to work. I'm scared. I'm trying not to lose troops, and then I looked up and there's only 14 turns, so maybe I don't need to be so scared of losing guys. I should just like launch my assaults and who cares. I was hoping to catch these guards guys, but it doesn't seem possible. This guy's going to be kind of a pain in the ass now. Maybe I should just blow him up. All right. I guess we'll use some artillery on it. That puts it to medium. I believe how this game works is medium means you're losing less materiel if you launch an attack. This is where we'll have to throw in our Stukas. Let's see if I can't. Can I target that instead? 4.9 to 1. How about you? Can you attack? Doesn't look like it. Maybe he doesn't have enough movement points. I guess that might put him out of supply. Hold on. Let's not do that. Maybe I'll send him up north, up to here. I probably don't need as much as I have in the south sector because I'm gonna have plenty of infantry coming up. All right, let's get up to that town. Let's have you guys come up here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Did it again. Okay, he is under that division. So we'll move the whole division up to this road. I really want to be at the crossroads just in case I change my mind, but yeah, I'll put him at the crossroads. What the hell? And then I'm just going to try to barrel my way through, basically. Okay, maybe I moved this guy down south. If they are going to have tanks there, it's probably a good idea to at least have an anti-tank unit in the area. Those guys have already been committed to that. Okay, maybe I could blow up this cavalry unit with my recce. That's a good job for a reconnaissance unit. Here, go take out that entire cavalry brigade with your, like, 222s or whatever. I don't know what they even had this at this time. Probably still 222s. Alright, we absolutely need to blow this door open here. I'm just trying to, like, open things up a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. That's fine. I'm just trying to buy time for my infantry to slowly march their way up here. Just being ponderous. Can you shoot that? No. That would be too useful. Unfortunately, none of the roads are, like, kind of the direction I want them to be. They're all either too far north or too far south. Typical Russian engineering, right? All right, you can maybe help with that battle there. It's so weird not, like, setting reserve mode or anything like that. I'm so used to, like, having to micromanage everything about a unit. Man, I really got to open the door on this. I do like that it lets you go through Zox, even if it's not smart. Try to take that. Actually, could I take this with any of my guys? No. I was thinking maybe I could take that objective point there. I guess the objective points aren't that far away after all. Oh, there is an objective point on that side of the river. Shoot. If I had known that, I would have started racing my bridging units over there right off the bat. And maybe that's what I do now. Just start moving my bridging guys. The more you know, I guess. Some of these battalions are just totally useless. They're so far from combat at the beginning. Alright, they were shooting at him last time, so I'd like that to not happen this time. And he is a recce unit, so he could go pretty far. There's not really any objectives over there, though. The objectives are all in the south for the most part, so I think we try to get to that crossroads. So I think there's not really a big point in going that other way. Alright, now I need to do probably an encirclement on these last two guys. I say two, but I'm just treating each hex as a single unit, basically. I can make it there. I'm glad he took the open hex, though. It didn't head towards the road. So I could probably go like this. Yeah, that puts me in a much better spot. And then I could put like this guy down here just to hold that bridge. And then use him to get around the back. Because now that whole division is basically acting as one unit in this encirclement. Now I would like to just straight up bombard stuff here. Bombard that. Who does he go back to? Same division. But he's under this brigade up here. Can the rocket guy reach him? No. He could reach this, though. So they are going to blow that guy up. Alright, let's get these guys in range of some shooting. I need more artillery down there too. Okay, that's actually pretty good odds. So we'll push them out of there. Alright, well, mainly we're focused on trying to get everything forward that we can. Gonna have some serious traffic jams over here, though. At this point in the battle, I really don't care about traffic. I just want things to start moving forward. And hopefully the traffic won't be as bad as I think. It's not California after all. All right, we'll slowly start moving these guys up. They're almost in range of doing something. Hey, this guy can actually do something. Might as well get the corps across the river. Probably need to move the infantry with them. I don't want this guy separated at all. Well, it's looking like it's very possible to win this. All right. Got to start moving these guys up. Just by putting that in there, that moves it to low, so that's perfect. That's a medium, that's a high, that's a medium. So let me try to get this one down by using some fighter bombers. No, it gives us 4-to-1 odds though, so I will take that. Does surprise do anything? Still keeps it at high. I don't really need the odds. I needed the reduction to the intensity level. Although I'm still a little fuzzy on exactly what the intensity level does. And I'm a little fuzzy on whether or not I should be doing things with my supplies. So high battle intensity. Yeah, you kind of want to stay away from this, huh? Because you can take, you're like almost guaranteed to take 5. You have a 50% chance. It's a weird chart. So it goes 6, 5, 5, 3. It jumps down 2 just for rolling a 4. It's a weird, it seems like a weird chart to me. You would think it would be linear. Wonder why they decided to do it that way. Guess maybe they were trying to take out the linearity a little bit, but then the whole rest of the chart's linear? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Like if you're going to change anything, why that? Okay, we definitely need to move these guys forward still, because they're kind of like our, bizarrely, our forward elements. This game is really making me want more infantry. I just don't have any more. I think that's the big weakness of this sector of the German army, is it doesn't have quite as much infantry as it really needs. I probably could have used another 2 infantry divisions somewhere in here. I mean, we've got more than enough to accomplish our objective, but in the longer term, you would want to do a lot of these jobs with infantry. I'm actually not sure if I'm supposed to be using as much artillery as I am because I don't know how the supply works. So the way I'm understanding it is that the intensity of the battle is basically giving me a better, so like lower intensity battles give you less losses on the chart. So what I'm trying to do with the artillery is just lower the intensity of the battle, which kind of seems ass backwards. Like you would think more artillery would be a higher intensity battle, but it seems like by throwing in more artillery, you take less losses. But so does the enemy. Like, I don't get it. So like at low, on 4-1, I take 3, he takes 3. At high, I can take 9 and he can take 10. So like it's better for me to just take 3 with a chance of having 1 to 11 rather than taking a chance to take 3 and do 34. I feel like it's better to like preserve my force. I don't know. I think that's like the kind of decision you have to make. It's like you're throwing in artillery, you're preserving your forces. I assume it's consuming supply, but it's in a kind of a short scenario, so I'm not sure that's fully implemented in this scenario. But maybe I'm totally off base. Because the other point is, like, I could definitely be going further with my armor, but I'm scared to put it in territory that says out of supply because I don't know if it's just going to, like, bring it to a grinding halt if it runs out of gas. It's kind of like, I'm kind of playing it more slow and lots of steel versus trying to go as far as I can. We'll see how it works. I'm not particularly confident in my results here. I think probably the optimal way is to play a little faster and use less artillery. At the same time, if you don't use the artillery in the early part of the battle, it's eventually going to fall behind. Like, it's not going to be able to keep up with the spearhead. So the only real place to use it is against pockets. And it doesn't seem like the guys are surrendering if they're isolated. And there's only 14 turns, so I kind of want to clear them out just so I can move faster. I don't know. Because it's definitely sapping movement points if I don't clear them out. That's what I've noticed. It's the supply thing. I got to figure out, do I need to worry about supply or not? So what I was trying to do in this area is to like push them into like hexes that are away from the roads. So like I'm hitting them really hard, but the whole goal here was to like push them into this little area between the roads. So that way I can use the roads to keep the encirclement really easily. Because now that they're pushed back, now I can basically just move in guys behind them and have that fully encircled. And because the infantry has come up, the rear can be held with the infantry and the forward part can be held with like maybe a couple motorized infantry. So I feel like that sector did basically what I was planning to do. They fell back to hold this crossroads here. That's smart. That's exactly how I would play the Soviets here. I would just stack as many guys on the victory hexes as I could in the crossroads. Like I would have heavily tried to contest this crossroad here, because this would be a huge pain in the ass if they kept that. But I know I'm getting close. See, like this guy I don't really care about. I can leave him there forever. He's not going to go anywhere. Looks like this battle went pretty well. I can kind of do whatever I want now. Like, they all cleared out of this pocket. Or died. I think it's in 1942, the really interesting thing is that there was such a focus on pushing forward as far as they could for the Germans that a lot of times they wouldn't fully isolate units to destroy them when they thought they did, because the spearhead would just keep moving on, and then the infantry would never quite get there in sufficient strength to, finish an encirclement. So, unlike in the early part of the war, where the Russians were constantly counterattacking, there was not quite as much stupidity going on at that point, and they were actually retreating a bit. All right, this is exactly what I wanted. Like, these guys are now moving off this way, so we can just move in behind them, ideally. I think we just put... This is why I wanted the engineers down here, because they're kind of useless for advances. I could bring him back here. I want somewhere where it's just going to block them off. Maybe in that hex, actually. And then I can give them support from this guy. And now this infantry is going to hopefully be coming up pretty shortly. Not shortly enough, apparently. But I can, maybe just bombard that stuff. I don't want to let them back onto the road. I know that. I'm hoping that interdicts them. I'm not sure though. Maybe I need to find that out. I know there's bad guys there, so... let's just try to get here. Maybe there. Actually, we'll just move right onto him. It's good supply for most of them, just not the very far tip of the spear. I'm sure it's fine. Now we definitely got to bring up that artillery. Let's see, this guy's still tanks, right? Yeah. It's a tank battalion with other guys. I keep hitting escape every time. Yeah, I think this could be a rough turn. I'm not actually that confident in some of these attacks. Come on. I need the panzers. Please. Alright, hopefully my motorized guys can actually take this turn. Guess those guys will be kind of the reserve. It's being kind of weird with clicks. There we go. Is that really out of range for a rocket guy? I wonder what their range is. Must be one further than its range. It's unfortunate. Well, I guess we can just shell some of these guys. Move up our Stugs. I love the Stug. It's probably my favorite armored vehicle. I could use some Stugs down here, actually. my God, there's supply allocation on this page. That's how you do it. Duh. Fuel increase last turn. How do I assign replacements? Okay. Yes, give them everything. I just want the pink guys to have their stuff. Yes, I want to set. Yes. What does this do? Reassign divisional HQs. Okay, so you can move division guys around. That's excellent. Yeah, okay. I think now that I know those two screens, I'm ready to play the real campaign. I can make it through the tutorial now. Oh, do I want to use some air points? I'm not really launching any attacks. But do the air points go to waste if I don't use them? Well, I could launch an attack here. I don't know if I need to, though. Yeah, let's just move on. Maybe I'll get more air points next turn. I should have used at least the recon. I was stupid. Should probably also be dropping, like, supplies. Alright, I want to see if this encirclement actually works. Okay, we pushed him off there. Got those guys in there. We found out about the bad guys there. Okay, we're going to keep pushing down that road. Launching our first attack into the settlement here. Bad odds, though. We're kind of pushing them out, though. Wow. I can't believe that was successful. That was kind of a half-assed attack. Yeah, so we did a lot more fighting through there than I wanted to, realistically, but... Alright, well, we took that hex that we needed to. That's good. We found out where a lot of their guys are. What did this do? Oh, it actually killed that guy. They withdrew that way. Still trying to open up this road. Because I want this road open all the way up to the crossroads. That way we can get our artillery up. Just basically hit their morale, I think. I guess. Cool. All right. Well, now that everyone is up, or more people are up anyway, we could start making attacks that are not moving. These guys are really low on strength points because they're out of contact. So we gotta open up the road to them. I would like to maybe move him up there, actually. But if we can at least move him up here and then open the road by clearing these 2 hexes. These 3 hexes, I should say. Okay, that's our mission. Trying to blow up these 3 hexes. All right, we'll throw in some of that. I assume that we can't actually reach with artillery for this battle, so there's no point there. So we'll have to use some of our planes. Yeah. Oof. It's hard to even get good odds in this one. Four to 1. That's about all we can get. I'll have him help down there. Alright, I guess maybe we try to eliminate these guys soon. I don't know. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Some of these clicks are just so finicky. Come on. And then they just instantly want to move right back. Okay, up here, this should be very doable. If I could get it to click. Come on, game. You know you want to let me. Hello, come on. Holy cow. use this guy to like kind of cut that off. Put the Stoogs up there. And everyone else is coming down here. Stoogs can help support that maybe. Let's see. Move him down to here. Where's the rest of his brigade? Oh, he's kind of spread out. There's a lot to do this turn. Just trying to move up the artillery as far as I can because I really want it to be available. And it's slow. It's real slow. Okay, that guy's shooting at least. What could this guy do? Could he actually cross that stream? And still be in supply? That would be excellent. But do I actually want him to do that? Alright, I guess we gotta take this now. Pretty soon. Can I reach that? I can reach it. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he can reach it too. So maybe we shoot it this turn. And we can actually reach it with that. That puts us at 1-1. Can drop in a what does that hurt my odds? I don't get it. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna try it. Worst case, we have to let the infantry finish it off. I don't want to attack with any of these guys because they're still powerful. I do need to move up all the artillery though, which is going to be a huge pain in the butt. Oh, I guess these guys can shoot still. These guys cannot. Yep, so we'll move them down here. Can this guy reach? Nope. So move him down. We'll move him forward just in case they need more support next turn. Hopefully not, but guess we'll move the HQs forward. Got some real traffic problems now. I think. It could just be the game being wonky, I don't know. I assume that it's simulating some sort of traffic, but maybe not. Cat is going crazy. I guess I have these bridging guys, so I might as well try them. I think in retrospect I should have started that right off the bat, but really don't need this guy up here. He should be down protecting the HQs. Alright, well, hopefully this guy holds at all costs. And same with you. Because once you get into these little towns, you gotta hold them. And then I guess we'll try to start pushing that guy back a little ways. And hope that this core can finally unlock the bottom portion of the map. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck. We got to clear out these 3 hexes before we can do anything. And then we can maybe mop up this encirclement. I mean, I think we'll probably achieve the objectives, but it has not been a clean battle, that's for sure. All right, let's see if it works. Huh. Defender held. They tried to counterattack me, I guess. 1 unit eliminated. Who was eliminated? Oh, I guess the Soviet guy got eliminated. Excellent. 548 men lost out of 548. Only rolled a 2. Oh, that was a bad roll for them. I rolled a 6. Yeah, that was a tough turn for them. They tried to withdraw, but they couldn't. Because I trapped them. So next turn I can kill them off. And they ran away. Which is good for me. So I wanted the hex. There's a divisional HQ just sitting out there now. It's weird. Finally blew up that guy. What happened here? They couldn't retreat, so they lost 67% of their men. One of their units was eliminated at least. The other two are trapped. Ooh, we found a whole regiment there. These guys must be pretty weak at this point. They only have 1 strength point each, I think. So I think what that means is it's time to pop these encirclements now. This guy can definitely get eliminated this turn. And I believe we have opened up the supply route. Yeah, we did. Which is good. Might as well pop him. Oh, guess I gotta do my supplies here. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Schromer. Seems like they're all pretty strong still. Third motorized, I think, might be the lowest. Actually, 16th Panzer is the lowest. I don't know what they need, though. Guess I'll give them more ammo. I don't know. Seems good. Yeah, I might as well pop that. Try to get these artillery pieces further up so that they start being useful again. And then I really gotta kill this guy off. Get the artillery in there. 1 to 1.2. I don't get how that works. feel like we've been killing the hell out of this tank division, but whatever. Maybe not. This other guy can start maneuvering around behind him, maybe. Like so. Oh, he's going to be out of supply. Hold on. We don't necessarily want to do that. Oh, he's already yellow. And maybe we stack them with them then. Alright, now we gotta close this pocket. Oops. I wanted this company to shoot their artillery, please. Or, you know, do whatever they want. Thank you. Oh, that's actually really scary. He's right there. Yeah, we might have to stop that guy. We'll put him there just to protect our flank. Now this guy can take up his previous position by basically going to right there. That'll work. Maybe this guy can stay here. That's pretty far back to get supplies from. What a nightmare. the Stug is going to have to power his way through. I guess that'll work. Once these guys are dead, it'll look a lot better. That's the important thing. It's more about how you look, how you feel. Vibes-based military tactics. Chuck in everything I can at these little fights just to make sure they get good odds. That has good odds. This has crappy odds. I don't know what else I can do for this one though. Short of sending this tank guy back down there. Looks like that's clear now that I could attack over that river. I don't necessarily want to, though. I'm going to leave this guy in reserve. I really want to get my artillery up and in range of that. So whatever it takes to get... I should be shooting more stuff at this, just in case. Basically, I just desperately want to move my artillery close. Alright, let's see how it goes. Halfway done, technically, with the game. I don't know if I'm doing good or not. I feel like not. Let's see what happens. Defender retreats. How are they retreating still? Defender could not retreat. %. Dang, I didn't think it was going to take multiple turns to wipe these guys out. Unfortunate. How about this one? This one got him. That's good. Oof, lost 6 vehicles. Apparently there's guys in there. They only lost 1%. That was a very good retreat from them. How did this one go? 2 units eliminated. Excellent. I don't really care what they do up there. They can do whatever they want. They can't really do anything. At least I held out there. Lost some men, though. They moved it back. So now, other than the pockets, there's not too much left in this area. So I have full access to these bridgehead targets that I wanted to take. Okay, so apparently I'm actually supposed to be capturing Kalach on Dawn, which is way further than I thought I had to go. Okay, Stalino's all the way up there. Trying to orient myself. There's Kotlebon. Where am I actually supposed to get to? Karpovka. There's Kalach. But it specifically says Kalach, not Kalach on Dawn. Is there 2 Kalachs? Because I don't see the other one, if there is. Unit quality, victory hexes. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. That's a problem. I am not going very fast. I was supposed to capture these up here and all of these down here. I don't think I'm going to do that. That's not good. All right. Well, that changes things a little bit because now I'm in a rush. Okay, I know there's a bad guy there. There's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it. I think I just lose, honestly, unless I can kill all these guys here, which maybe I can, actually. Now that I think about it. All right, I'll start moving again, I guess. Much to my chagrin. I have to like split my forces up now. Okay, so I can use the pontoon things. I guess I could have done that from the get-go and gone the short way. Could have. Could have, would have, didn't. I was not thinking about this when I first started the scenario. Well, at least my artillery is up now. Come on. There we go. Gonna destroy that guy at least. I gotta get behind this unit here somehow. And I still gotta clear these guys. That's annoying. I don't want this Duke to get tied down there anymore. Moving him away. I'll move this flat guy in there or something. The guy's very strong. Don't like that. Oh well. Don't know if there's much I can do here. I should have sent these guys straight to the right. Then they would have been more effective. But I thought I needed their help to capture the center of the map, but the center of the map ended up pulling back so quickly I couldn't encircle it. Or can I? You can go there. Maybe then place you here. Gotta get the HQ up further. Hopefully blow that guy up. I guess this Panzer guy is going to have to choose whether he wants to go to the north or to the south. I think north sounds good. Actually, no. Who am I kidding? Sounds terrible. Okay. Guess the rest of these guys will just move on up. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Did mean to shoot it though. I guess he can move there. It's fine. Well, let's see if that does it. I really don't want to cross there. That sounds terrible. What a mess. All right, well, let's see if this works. I don't know. I think it's pretty bad. Probably going to be the last turn anyways. Finish this out next week and then maybe start a real campaign. Yeah, they're actually using planes. Wow. He's trying to move up into there. How's that thing not dead yet? Oh my god. One of them's dead. These guys died. Could not retreat. I lost 23% again. They're dead. This meeting battle. That's interesting. I failed. Okay, so they assaulted that bridgehead. No damage there. Killed them. They lost a lot of guys. Oh my god. Almost completely wiped them out. Oh, that's great. I split their stacks now. Did lose a lot of men, though. Oh, good. Killed them. So they're down to pretty much nothing left. Except now that blocks the road. Of course. Or one of the roads. Whatever. No big deal, I guess. Knocked him back there. Knocked him back there. Yeah, I think I totally butchered this game, honestly. I think I've just screwed up so much that I don't know if this is recoverable. Especially now that they've this guy cut off. I'm gonna have to obliterate them. Alright, maybe I'll just do this one turn real quick. Because it's pretty obvious what I have to do here. Yeah, I just want to chuck in as much as I can into this battle. And make sure they can't retreat from it, obviously. I'll move him here. Attack here again. With some artillery support. We'll attack him. try another attack against this tank, but to be honest, I'm not sure it's going to happen. Oh my god. Alright, this time we select the whole stack and attack, please. No, they cannot. Do they not have enough supplies? I don't know what the problem is. Okay, there we go. Finally got him into the battle. So now maybe I can just click on all this stuff. Yeah, that's more like it. One to 3.5, 1.5 to 1. That's it. Yeah, got to take some low odds attacks here. We need lots of combat supplies. Because we've been using a lot. Guess we'll give him some replacements too, maybe. Oh, we don't have enough. Whatever. We're good. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to leave it tonight. Night 2. Session 2, maybe. I mean, I guess I made progress, but I feel like this is a lost cause. I don't think I can actually get any of these objectives. I should have been playing it much differently. You know, just kind of funneling them into pockets and then blasting by them. Not even trying to clear the pockets. It's going to be a little too late, I think, to finish them off. Oh well. It was worth a try, I mean. They are not the easiest guys to fight against, that's for sure. The tough thing in this game is you just don't know what's going to happen first. Like, are they going to be able to retreat first, or are you going to get your attack in? Well, it was an interesting game anyway. Got to learn a little bit more about it. I do think that there's a lot to it, and it would take definitely some more practice. I don't think anyone's still around at this point in the night, so. Let's see. Nope. All right. Well, with that, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Uh, I I enjoy playing Stalingrad games, and if you have any recommendations, if you're watching all the way to the end of this 2.5 hour live stream, if you have any recommendations for future games, please let me know. Till next time, see ya.